Hey guys, welcome back to Devoted Tennis. Today we're going to be looking at the 2017 Australian Open final. A lot of you know this match, and those of you that do know how good it was. Roger and Rafa went to 5 sets. Roger played so well, and today we're going to be looking at 5 things that Roger did well, and those same things that you can apply to your tennis to make yourself better out on the court. Let's get into it. Alright, so the first thing that Federer did well was his serve. He got in 62% of his first serves, which is not great, but it's definitely above average. However, he won 76% of them, and he had 20 aces. So he was playing very aggressive off of his serve. He was serving and volleying, which you'll see a little bit later. He was coming in there. That just happened to be an ace, but that was going to be a serve and volley. He also had a lot of serve plus ones. He just used his serve really well in this match. And part of what helped him was actually Rafa's return placement. Because he was so deep, you see there, because Rafa was so deep, he wasn't able to cut the ball off. So Federer was using those wide angles, and Rafa was already out of the point because he just couldn't get there. Even as good as he is with anticipation, he was just too far away from the ball. I think you see there's another one, same thing. Rafa was just returning too far back in the court. And so if I were him, I would have been trying to change up the look. And we'll talk about it a little later, but that's actually something that Roger did very well in this match. The second thing that Federer did well was he was very patient. He hit a lot of winners, and he chose the right balls to be aggressive off of. He had 73 winners to Nadal's 35. He was able to do this because of being patient. He was waiting for the right balls. Obviously, Rafa left that way too short in the court. Any professional player is going to put that one away. Here's another one, a good serve from Roger, too short of a return from Rafa, and he puts it away. So here's the serve plus one that I was talking about previously. There's Federer being aggressive off of a backhand down the line. This one, you see Roger's on the baseline. He's taking it on the rise, being aggressive, taking time away from Rafa. You'll hear coaches talk about taking time away from your opponent all the time. And that was Roger's game plan in this match, and it worked beautifully. The third thing Federer did well was being aggressive and coming into the net. So in this match, Rafa played defense. That's what he does. And he's being more aggressive these days, but that's a different video. But Roger's plan in this match was pretty clear. He was going to take his offense against Rafa's defense. So he just wanted to get into the net any chance he could. He was swinging hard, playing aggressive. He had 73 winners, lots of net points, and he was just doing what he needed to do to get into the net and be aggressive. The fourth thing he did well was he played great defense when he needed to, and he also quickly turned his defense into offense. So you see that's a pretty defensive ball there, and quickly he changed the directions on Rafa. Right there, that's a defensive shot back up the middle. That allows Rafa to not have any angles. to hit the ball. So when you go right back at your opponent, they don't have any angles really. So they either have to create their own angle or, try and just go back down the middle. This is a great example of turning defense into offense. As soon as he had the chance, he came in and just took it out of the air, taking time away from Rafa. That was his goal in this match, whether it was by coming into the net. This is just a great play. I love when he uses that defensive slice to pull his opponent into the court and then go back across court when they're so far on the ad side of the court, so far out of the point. Good defensive slice there. Another defensive lob, just trying to neutralize the point, and then a great backhand. You can see here too, Roger returned really well. It was a great shot, just putting it cross court, doing a very good job of playing defense, and it is just a great match by him. And the last thing that he did well was changing the look on his return. So if you don't know what I mean by this, it's you saw how far back he was when he returned that ball, and what this allows Federer to do is to not allow Rafa to get comfortable, to keep changing the look, putting pressure on him, setting the return up in a way to where he gets to hit a forehand, which is what he's looking for. So like that, he shuffled over towards the ad side of the court so that he could hit a forehand. He had more space on his forehand side, which meant that there was a higher probability of the ball coming to his forehand, which is what he was looking for. All right, guys, just to wrap things up, how you can play it like Roger Federer, what you need to do to incorporate these 5 things that Federer did so well into your game. First, serve well. And this is probably one of my favorites because it is so simple to do. You don't even need a hitting partner or anything like that. You can do this all on your own. So just go out there, practice your serve. Every point starts with a serve. So it's super important to be able to serve well. And, if you're holding your serve, then you are going to be in any match. If you can hold your serve easily, then it doesn't matter who you're playing, you're going to have a chance at winning that match. The second thing is being patient. So we want to look for opportunities and not try and create opportunities. So a lot of players, they think that they need to go and just be super aggressive, overly aggressive, just out hitting their opponents, probably hitting harder than they themselves can do consistently, and you're just getting inconsistent results with that. We want to look for an opportunity, those short balls that Roger was looking for. He was attacking those short balls. We want to look for chances like that. The third thing, being aggressive, coming into the net. We want to get into the net. That is where we will win points, even against the best players. We need to be in the net. So, again, it's looking for those short balls, looking for those opportunities to come in. We just want to take that opportunity when we get the chance. Fourth, we want to play good defense. Don't be afraid to lengthen the point. Okay, have the mentality that you are going to make one more ball. That's when your game will go to the next level. People will start to get impatient, right? If you're the more patient player, you are going to have a better chance of winning the match because you're looking for good opportunities. And a lot of players aren't going to do that. They're going to be impatient. So by making that one extra ball, you could force an error. Also, in this same regard, you want to practice those defensive shots. A lot of people, they only practice, rally balls. but you really should practice different scenarios. Practice that defensive lob, practice that defensive slice, practice neutralizing the point from a very, from an aggressive shot being hit towards you. Practice neutralizing that. Last, don't be afraid to change the look on your return. Rafa returns deep. Kyrgios, he likes to be aggressive off of that serve. Medvedev likes to return deep. We saw Fed here in this video changing the look. That is going to be the best for you. That's going to come out with the best outcome. When you're changing up the look, not allowing that server, especially if they're not a great server, you're going to make a lot of servers uncomfortable by changing the look. They're not going to know what to do. A lot of times when people play deep and the server's not used to that, a lot of times those players will try and hit softer. And what happens is they just float the ball up to you. And it's, something that a lot of servers don't practice. They don't practice returning against someone that returns back like Medvedev does. They don't practice against someone that returns up, where they're taking the ball on the rise like some players do. So that can really change things for you in a match. So that's how you can play more like Roger Federer. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, like, subscribe, comment down below what you thought of this video and if these tips help you in your future matches. Also, if you have any video ideas for me, put those down in the comments. I would love to make a video on anything tennis related. I love this sport, hence the name Devoted Tennis, and I hope to see you in the next one.